Hi, fellow vegans. How are
Hey.
you? Hope that you guys are still hanging in there and going with us on the journey. We've been doing really great. We've been taking our inches. We measure our bust, waist, hips every Thursday. We
Yep.
thought we would do it that way, then do a scale,
hmm
simply because sorry, guys. If you're using a scale, you tend to become addicted to every little
hmm
up or down of the scale, and you just drive yourself crazy with that. Also, depending on what type of exercise that you're doing, you're building muscle, and muscle weighs more than fat. So you could be lifting some weights or running on the treadmill or whatever, building up the muscles
hmm
in your body, and you find that you're heavier.
Definitely.
And the truth is, you aren't really. You don't have more fat. You have more muscle. So steer clear of all of that.
Definitely.
We're not doing that. Thanks, guys, for those that are watching us. We haven't got a lot of views on this, but it's something that we just feel really passionate about.
hmm Absolutely. We want to spread the word about how great our eating habits are. We don't want to change anybody into that if they don't want to, but we're open to anybody who wants to join us. And you'll see great results doing it.
That's right. It's a journey.
hmm
Sometimes when you look online and you look at these people's before and then their after, and you see this tremendous weight loss, you're thinking, "Wow, what am I doing wrong? Why did
Right.
I lose it as fast?" Or, "Oh, I'm not losing it fast. Forget it." Well, what they don't tell you is those pictures are months and months in between.
Right.
It's not humanly possible. We lose a healthy 1 to 2 pounds every week.
hmm
So we've gone down in our clothes sizes, or things that were tighter are much looser. Excuse me, guys, are much looser on us, or
hmm
more in a comfortable zone. And mostly we feel better. My joints aren't as achy. My skin just feels flawless.
Right.
I have energy galore.
Definitely. You see tons of hair and nail growth.
Hmm.
The burning the fat is everything. You want to sweat as much as possible with whatever workout that you're doing, and you'll just keep burning off. Drink that water.
Right. And give yourself permission to have a cheat day. We had a cheat day last week,
hmm
and we didn't over cheat, but we still had a cheat day, and we were all in agreements with it. It felt good, and it tricks your body. Believe it or not, you go back and eat something that you were eating, and your body thinks, "Oh, good, we're back to normal now."
Right.
And then the next day, you go back to your regular eating and your exercise, and you will drop even more because your body got fooled.
Exactly.
Today we're going to talk about this video we saw. You want to talk about it?
Yeah, it was a video we saw. I don't remember the name to be exact, but it was about some children. Bite Size is the name. It's on
Mhm.
Netflix, and it's about children and obesity, and then how their families contribute or help out to help them with weight loss. We watched and we saw some really eye-opening things, like how important it is to be in alignment with your children. If you're wanting them to lose weight, you should be in with their eating
Right. You got to
habits.
support that person, whether it's a child or adult. Everybody that's in their circle really does have to support them in one way or the other. They gave us the glimpse of one little boy. He was easy about 500 pounds
Yeah.
down in Clarksdale, Mississippi. He wanted to get on Donald Driver's football. He's a former Green Bay Packers player. He has a football camp down there because that's his wife's hometown.
hmm
And he wanted to be a part of that. And he really struggled with trying to do any of the workout or the training they did. They showed us one middle class family, white family, that their daughter she was probably about 300 or 400 pounds,
hmm
and they put her in the camp, and she lost it all. It's like
Yeah.
a what do you call that, fast Biggest Loser
Loser.
type of weight loss for teens, but the struggle for the support and to maintain that weight. They showed a group of girls in a high school that the principal decided herself along with them was going to come together and work out together and lose the weight.
hmm
And one Hispanic boy in California who wasn't he was a bit overweight, but he wasn't as extremely obese. He was probably 200 and some pounds. He was about fourth or fifth grade, I would say.
Yeah, definitely.
Here's the thing that really got us. First and foremost, these children had diabetes. The little girl that lost the weight didn't have it anymore, and the little Hispanic boy was on the way to like a pre-diabetic, and everybody else was having to check their blood and taking pills. They had diabetes type 2. That's what really struck me, is that we as a nation are becoming more and more diabetic. I can remember back when I was growing up, 60s, 70s, that was something your old auntie or your granny might have had. It wasn't the kids in your neighborhood. We used to go outside. We did not have all this technology, so we had to be creative, think of games, a lot of running, ripping, biking, joining swimming classes or whatever. And we always kept moving. And then you had clean up in the morning, you go out, you come back in for lunch, and you go back out, and then it was dinner, and then you try to get back out after you did the dishes. And it was just that way. Summer vacation was the time to be free.
Yeah.
And weight and diabetes was not an issue. Diabetes can cause you to have heart problems. You lose limbs for that. You can have stroke. It comes primarily from eating lots of sweets, as well as drinking sodas. It also can come from regular foods, or foods you think is regular, like too much carbohydrates, simple carbohydrates like white bread or crackers, things like that, because it breaks those things down into a sugar, and the pancreas does as much as it can do, and to use that sugar, but it can only use so much, as if it's oversaturating. What it can't use, it becomes your weight, usually around your belly, but pretty much all over.
Yeah.
Want to talk about Davion's mother?
Yeah, they got a chance to speak to the mother, and come to find out, Davion was already diabetic and he was 12 years old. But along with him, his other brothers and sisters were diabetic as well, but they're diabetic at younger ages. They were 18, 19.
Yeah, well, he got diabetes the youngest.
Yeah, he was the youngest person in the family to have diabetes, and everybody, including the mother and father, had diabetes.
And she was very nonchalant about it.
Yeah.
She believed, you could tell very clearly, that diabetes, as many people think, runs in the family. No. It is very clear that if you move your body, your sugar count is going to go down. That just means simply walking 4 or 5 days a week.
Absolutely.
If you take out the alcohol, the sodas, and the cakes and pies, cookies, candy bars, you over halfway there. Combining with walking, you're all the way there. It's just that simple. Increasing the fruits and the vegetables. And you don't have to worry about it.
Right.
The Hispanic boy, that was the worst, wasn't it?
It was. He, like my mother said, he wasn't morbidly obese, but he was overweight. But his father would not support him in any kind of way. The little boy loved to be on the internet. He liked graphic designing and video gaming, and he liked to eat a lot of chips and sodas and Mountain Dews and stuff. But the father would complain at him and never tell him to do anything or help motivate him to work out or anything. You just, go
tell him he's no good. He's not going to be anything. You're never going to get married. You're too fat. And yet he would go right around in the kitchen after he went off on the kid and eat chips and soda too.
Well, he would do the same thing.
Right, and sitting down on the computer and stuff. They even took the little boy camping, and he had a little, that white laptop, that white little mini laptop I had. He had that while he was laying down in the tent on the cot.
Right.
Now they're trying to get upset about it, but y'all bought all this.
Right.
You all did. And so you are responsible for fixing it. The mother finally got with the YMC a program to help them know what to buy at the grocery store.
Right.
And get rid of some of the things that you have been eating that was causing all the weight. And they were doing a lot of stuff, frying in lard, a lot of flour tortillas, just a lot of garbage food. And I'm not isolating them because they ate that. All of them was. They went to the black home, and one of the girls that were in the troop of girls that were going to lose, they had, I don't know if it was Thanksgiving, Christmas, or just
I don't know,
Sunday,
but they had
because black people
everything.
eat a lot on Sundays, but they had turkey, dressing, ham, greens, cornbread, the whole shebangy bang, and everybody was loading their plate up,
Hmm.
and she was at the table with them, and she just took a few greens and didn't indulge in the rest of that. There was no support. And when the principal tried to talk to the dad about supporting the daughter
Hmm.
and eating some vegetables or some squash or something, he was like,
Right, he wasn't gonna do it.
no, he wasn't gonna do it. It was no way around it. She even said, well, maybe you just not, it's not cooked right.
Right.
I don't care if it's cooked good or bad. I'm not eating it. How can you expect your child to change what they eat or change what they do if you're not? It's not what we tell our children, people. Our children watch what we do. That's what they do, what you did.
Hmm.
And it doesn't take but a minute to get on the treadmill and walk it out.
Yeah.
That same day, I told Camille 422001, who's 14, to get on the treadmill. And I was going to take the day off from the treadmill. I said, get on the treadmill, you get on the treadmill, and you walk X amount of minutes. And I sat there and watched the show. I came in the room, I said, I'll be on the treadmill right behind you.
Right.
Because it's always up to us. And I always live that way. If this is what I want you to do, I'm going to do it.
Right.
I would have not have had them become vegan, and I'm eating burgers and steaks and whatever else.
Hmm.
Or if we cheat as a unit
Right.
here and there. But it just is. It's got to be taken by everybody because kids need your support. They really, really do.
Absolutely.
The little boy, that Davion, who was the heaviest down in Clarksdale, Mississippi, he sort of got it. By the end, he lost a little bit of weight. You could see him a little bit smaller at the top.
Hmm.
And he said that, you know what, I want to play on this Donald Driver football team league, even if it kills me.
Right.
Which his health wasn't bad, and they always checked his diabetic numbers. They wouldn't just let him go out there willy nilly.
Right.
So he was actually able to do it, but he was lazy from not doing it.
Right.
So if you're lazy, walking a couple of blocks seems like forever.
Exactly.
But he was out there running and everything, and he said that he realized that by him exercising, that's going to lower his sugar.
Mhm.
He wants to not be diabetic.
Right.
And yet he's got to come up with the plan for himself because they still were stuffing him like a little fat pink pig,
Yeah.
just stuffing him. And he has to learn on his own at 10 or 11 years old to say no. Because eating is an addiction,
Hmm.
just like anything else is an addiction. Some of us dibble and dabble. Then if our weight goes up a little bit, we're like, "Oh, let me get that back right."
Right.
And some people don't have the ability to get that back right. Some people open up a bag of cookies, they're gonna eat every last one of them.
Hmm.
And some of us could take one or two cookies and be done with them. And I'm notorious for them buying cookies, right, or candy and leaving it sit.
Yeah. Hmm. Just leaving it sit there, and then either we eventually eat it, or just let's toss it away.
Mm-hmm.
It's better to do that than coming back and seeing half the package is empty and then throwing it away. But with the last girl, she was still at the camp. She did a whole nother
The girl
summer.
that lost the weight.
Yeah, she lost the weight. She was still at the camp to continue her exercising, but she didn't really have the family support either. Like, she would tell their mother and father, okay, let's stop eating this, like diet soda. She had told them that they should stop drinking diet soda, so they went into the fridge and dumped it all out down the sink. But the mother, especially the father, he didn't want to keep up with it. He still was drinking diet soda, and he was kind of basic, like, if she want to do that, she gonna do that, but I'm gonna be over here.
And they told her that at the beginning. They told her when she came in, all this diet mess is for you. It's not for us. And they were coming in with Kentucky Fried Chicken and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, wow, really? And she's sitting up there, and somehow she's supposed to turn off her nose, which smells the food, which creates an emotional, addictive reaction to, I want it, I want it, I want it. And it, just like if you were sniffing up some cocaine, and the junkie over there said he want to stop. It won't be long before he come over there. Well, just let me have one more hit, one
Right.
little hit, and then it's back on to norm.
Exactly.
We got to care about our children more and what they eat. This is our future. And America is the fattest country. And do we want to maintain this or keep this up? This is pitiful, and it's lazy parenting. You can't parent from the house, in
No.
front of the TV. You can't parent in front of the computer. You got to turn those things off and spend the time. Like we try to spend time in the morning, then we like to have an evening before we go to bedtime meeting and chat or talk or laugh a joke or whatever, play card games or what have you. It doesn't have to cost you a dime,
No.
but it's the time together is well worth it because the kids grow up so fast and they'll be gone. And you don't want to send them out of the nest so heavy they can't fly. You want them to be able to soar.
Definitely. I totally agree. And they'll be thanking you sooner or later, when they get married and have their own children. Like, thank you for teaching me and being with me and supporting me throughout my life because now I can do that for my own children. And we just want to keep that pattern going of positivity in children's lives. We have to care.
We have to. Well, thank you guys so much. If you liked it, subscribe,
Comment.
thumbs up. Let us know what you think. Are parents supporting their kids eating the way they should?
Yeah.
Bye.